sufficient and you are disarmed, and then they're going to just move against you with a global social credit score, that you totally on board with them, have you sign on to their lifestyle, their drug regimen of psychotropics, their regimen of GMO injections, and then they're going to deep six you. I mean, we are being maneuvered into a stunned, confused re-education camp program with actual real re-education camps, but the whole world's an open-air re-education camp now, and they are just accelerating into a nightmare science fiction dystopia that is just unspeakable. So that's where we are on that. And I asked one of our great researchers and writers, Don Salazar, to do a story on this yesterday morning, and he did a big one. And I've had it reposted to the front page of Infowars.com, and I just told him off memory to go look this up, and sure enough, there it was. Almost no one's talking about this. You know, Fauci doesn't just get experimental injections for your children. He doesn't just cook up bioweapons at the Wuhan lab. He doesn't just lie to Congress. He didn't just cook up AZT that killed millions of people, and he knew it, while blocking real treatments that Magic Johnson got for HIV. He didn't just call for eugenics and depopulation of Africa. He isn't just the head of the Rockefeller Foundation depopulation program with Bill Gates on record. He doesn't just get awards for depopulation agenda on video. No. No, ladies and gentlemen, he ran in the 80s and 90s. Thousands of children went under this in hundreds of programs where they would take people's children away from them using CPS, mainly black, because they found statistically if they went after white kids, they would end up having too big a problem, both just in the culture and that whites would fight back. Poor blacks had been trained for so long to be slaves that they would not fight back. And it all came out in the news in the 90s, how they would say, we're going to take your 2-year-old or 3-year-old if you don't give us the 7-year-old. Or we'll take your 4-year-old if you don't give us the 9-year-old. And then they would take the black children, mainly boys, and they would put them in a medical prison, and they would slowly murder them over a year or two. And just unspeakable experiments. So they don't just kill dogs by putting their heads in a cage sealed with flesh-eating flies. And they don't just do that to monkeys. You know, they're doing it to people, poor whites, poor blacks. But blacks have always been there. They really don't like black people. That's why they funded gangster culture and illegitimacy in the black community. So the CIA shipped crack into it. That's why they're now funding all the racist black movements to make blacks super racist, to attack white people, so the globalists can organize whites into accepting the global extermination operation that has already begun in Africa many decades ago, but is now going from beta to operational. And the majority of blacks are slated to be killed, over 90%. But don't worry, everybody else is going to get killed after that in increments. Don't worry, they're not going to leave you out of it. So you might want to just go read about this for yourself and decide if this is what you want to sign on to, what you want to be part of. Because a lot of people have decided to attack InfoWars and sue us.